Welcome, beautiful souls. Today's a special day because there's a message just for you, straight from the heart of the universe. This message is like a big, warm hug reminding us to be nice to each other, to understand better, and to let our hearts overflow with kindness. Imagine a world where everyone chooses love and empathy first. Isn't that a lovely place to dream of? But wait, there's a twist in our story today. Someone has sent you a court notice. Now that sounds serious, right? But here's the interesting part. It ties back to what we're chatting about today. Kindness, understanding, and how we treat each other are at the very heart of this situation. Take a moment. Think about what justice means to you. It's a big word, right? Justice is about making things right, finding balance, and ensuring everyone is treated fairly. Now, on to that court notice you've got. It might seem out of the blue, a curveball life has thrown your way. But it's also a chance, a real-life example to practice what we're talking about. How can we approach this with kindness, fairness, and a bit of wisdom? Let's dive into today's divine guidance, ready to tackle life's bumps with grace and a heart full of love. The person who sent you the court notice might be feeling upset or treated unfairly. As we prepare to listen to today's message from above, let's also think about where they're coming from. Maybe, just maybe, there's a way to sort things out together, to understand each other, and fix the problem without making it bigger. Now, think about empathy. Imagine wearing someone else's shoes for a bit. Empathy is like a superpower that lets us feel what others feel and see things from their side. When we use empathy, we open the door to fixing things up, saying sorry, and making peace. Turning back to that court notice, disagreements and troubles are part of life. They test how patient we are, what we stand for, and how strong our hope is. But the way we handle these problems shows what we're really made of. Today, we're reminded to choose peace and togetherness. It's about finding it in our hearts to forgive and understand, to heal the biggest hurts. It nudges us to approach this problem not just thinking about what's best for us, but what's good for everyone. So let's keep that in mind as we move forward. Just say forgiveness to see what we're talking about today. Forgiveness is like opening a window to let fresh air in. It means deciding not to hold on to anger or hard feelings anymore, giving room for healing and making things right. When you forgive, you're stepping away from dark thoughts and welcoming a chance for a happier tomorrow. Now, let's get into what we're learning today. It's a lesson that wise people across time have shared, and it hits right at the heart of being human. The lesson is both simple and big: treat others as nicely as you want to be treated. These words, shared by Jesus, are about being kind and understanding. They tell us to show others the same care and respect we'd like for ourselves. This idea goes beyond any one religion. It's about something that ties all of us together, no matter where we come from. Think about the person who sent you that court notice. Can you imagine offering them kindness and understanding, even with everything going on? Could you stretch out a hand of friendship and look for a way forward that's good for both of you? Just say love thy neighbor to get into the heart of today's special share. Loving others, especially when we bump heads, is like trying to climb a steep hill. It's tough. It means we have to look past what makes us different and find the little bits that we have in common. It's about being patient, really hearing what the other person is saying, and trying to get where they're coming from, even when a part of you wants to stand your ground. Now, think about that court notice. Imagine if you tackled it with a spirit of love and trying to understand the other side. Instead of gearing up for a fight in court, it could turn into a moment to fix things, to grow, and to come out stronger on the other side. It's a chance for both of you to learn how to let go of hard feelings and step into a new chapter with kindness and a fresh perspective. This message we're talking about isn't just for right now, or just for one place. It's a forever kind of truth that fits into every corner of our lives. It's a nudge to remember that every little thing we do, whether it's a kind word or a tough moment, sends ripples out into the world. It's pushing us to always pick the way of love and understanding, because when we do, we spread goodness that goes way beyond just us. Before we move on, just say choose love to really bring this message home. Choosing love is like picking the path you want to walk on. It's deciding to always put kindness and trying to understand others first, even when the going gets tough. This choice is what heals us, brings us together, and lights up the way forward. Now, let's take a moment to think about how this big idea plays out in the bigger scheme of things. When we let love and kindness be our guides, it's not just about making friends and getting along better with people. It's also about how we treat ourselves. Think about it when you mess up or doubt yourself. Are you nice to yourself like you are to your friends? Today's special message is like a gentle reminder to also be your own friend, to be kind and forgive yourself when things get tough. Just whisper self-love to get into it. Self-love is like the base layer for all the other kinds of love. It means treating yourself with as much care, respect, and kindness as you would anyone else. When you really love and accept yourself, it's way easier to spread love and understanding to everyone else. Now, about that court notice. It's a chance to use love, empathy, and self-love not just on the problem outside, but also on any struggles inside you. It's a time to practice being forgiving and understanding, not just towards the other person, but towards yourself too. In the big story of our lives, fights and disagreements are just small parts of the whole mix. How we choose to deal with them with love and kindness or with anger really affects how beautiful and strong the story turns out. Just say tapestry of life to grab hold of today's lesson. Imagine life is like a big, beautiful blanket woven from our choices, actions, and friendships. It shows off the love and kindness we spread and the lasting marks we leave behind. Each piece of it represents a moment, a meeting, and a chance to make things a little better. Think about the message for today and that court notice in your hands. Remember, you've got the power to add to your life's blanket in a special way. You can react with a big heart full of love and try to understand, aiming to fix things and get along. Or you might end up choosing a path that leads to more upset and arguments. What you decide really matters, not just for now, but for how your life story turns out. Today's message is a gentle push to be people who spread love and get it, not just right now, but in all the times to come. Before we finish up, just whisper agent of love to really bring this message home. Being someone who brings peace, healing, and kindness is truly special. It's how we make our lives and the lives of others brighter and better. That's the wonderful advice the Lord has for us today. Dear child, today's lesson is all about how important it is to fill our lives with love, understanding, and the willingness to forgive. It nudges us to tackle disagreements and tough spots with a big, open heart, looking for ways to fix things that are fair to everyone. This lesson also reminds us that what we do matters a lot. When we pick love and try to understand each other, we start a chain of good vibes that spreads way further than we might see. As you keep going, whether you're sorting out that court issue or facing other bumps in the road, hold on to this powerful advice. Aim to be a force of love and kindness, and let your actions help heal and unite the people around you. Just say, I choose love and understanding to embrace this message fully and let it guide you on your path.